How you doing? The article that stuck out the most to me was the article about universities use esports. Let me see if I can. Yes, universities use esports programs to entice students. I think it's a great idea if you can do it because gaming is so widespread in college anyway, and I feel bad because I used to tell my brother, who was phenomenal in his own right. He's 9 years younger than me, and he's been kicking my butt in Genesis and Super Nintendo and everything else for a long time. And I used to tell him all the time, "Oh, you can't do it for real. You can't do it for real. Yeah, well, do it for real. It's not, you can't get paid. You can't do this. You can't do that." And I used to speak about the limitations at the time. And right now I feel bad. I just saw on ESPN, they have, some international teams and people are getting paid to play video games. There were some guys on the cover of ESPN, the magazine, a few issues ago about how much money they make gaming. And I wish I had been more encouraging to my brother. Perhaps he would have been able to not necessarily go to college for it, but have been in a place to make some money playing video games. I think like I said, I think it's a very good idea. Anyway, to get a kid to compete and to be active, and as long as he's doing his academic work as well, I don't have a problem with it. I've been wondering what the future is for sports, because I'm telling you, one of the reasons why I'm personally opposed to the pursuit of professional football in particular is because, number one, it's probably not going to happen. But number two, I played high school and a little bit of college, and I've been feeling like I'm literally falling apart. When I walk, it feels like somebody is hitting me with a hammer from the inside on my right knee. I've been diagnosed with arthritis. I was 28 years old when I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis. With degenerative disc disease in my neck. I was diagnosed with that when I was 22 or 23. Just the way my body feels on a day-to-day basis, having only played that limited amount of time. I have a cousin who was an all-pro football player, has his neck fused together. He walks bent over and, like he's in like he has a collar on because, like I said, his neck is fused together, but it was an injury from football. My cousin, you should look him up. His name is Andrew Hawkins. Look him up on Instagram, Hawk, H-A-W, Baby Hawk, I believe. But he's been doing some spots on ESPN. He played for a number of years for the Bengals and the Browns. He played in the Canadian Football League, went to college at Toledo. But while he was in college, he got his pelvis broken, his back broken. He's a little guy too. He's only like 5'6". My brother has some significant injuries. He played football at Duquesne, and it's just a rough way to make a living. And I'm in my mid-40s now. I probably physically feel like I'm in my 80s, and I'm not even exaggerating. Both my shoulders, my wrist, my hand. But anyway, enough about me. That I'm looking towards the future of, and the more guys beat up their bodies and the more people see the consequences from people beating up their bodies, the more I see people like me being parents not wanting their kids to participate in physical sports, and the more I see people like me steering their kids to be able to participate in esports and investing time and money into, seeing that they get an opportunity to go to college through playing esports.